Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, July 2nd, and this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. A tropical storm poised to become the first hurricane in the Atlantic this season means you should be prepping now. Karen Johnson reports.
Even with the upcoming Independence Day holiday, the Flagler County Emergency Management Team will be focused on monitoring the tropics to prepare for the potential impacts of Tropical Storm Elsa. Flagler County Emergency Management Director Jonathan Lord says preparedness equals peace of mind.
And make sure your disaster supply kits are ready. Make sure that if they're not, take the time now to go visit one of our great stores here in Flagler County and stock up on those kits. Make sure you have a plan in place. If for some reason the storm does for sure come here and it's slightly stronger than it's currently forecast, then that you are prepared if you were told to evacuate where you're going to go.
Other practical preparedness suggestions are pruning loose branches and limbs that are likely to be lost during strong wind events, protecting windows with hurricane shutters or one of the approved fabric alternatives, have a standard toolbox handy, and know how to turn off utilities. For even more information, go to flaglercounty.org/emergency. Hurricane season lasts all the way through November. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Freedom Fest is happening this weekend at the Flagler Executive Airport, and there will be fireworks in the city of Palm Coast. Amy Cherry has more.
It's happening Saturday, July 3rd at Central Park in Town Center. Brittany Kershaw is the Director of Public Information and Engagement for the city.
We will open up everything at 6 p.m., and it's kind of just a picnic in the park, so you can bring your own food, bring a blanket or a chair, set up in Central Park, and at 9:15 we'll have our fireworks show. We'll have over 1,000 exploding shells, and a great finale is planned.
Some road closures will be in effect for this free event. City Place north of Lake Avenue and Lake Avenue east of City Place will be blocked off beginning at 5 p.m. Saturday. You're encouraged to arrive early. Parking around Central Park will be first come, first served, with overflow parking in a grass lot east of Park Street over by the lake. The Flagler Freedom Fest is another good way to celebrate Independence Day. It's back this year at the Flagler Executive Airport Saturday. Gates open at 10 a.m. Roy Seeger is Executive Director of the airport.
At that time, all the vendors will be there. There'll be some music playing on the stage and actually walk around the static aircraft. And then at 12, it's going to be our opening ceremonies right there at the stage. So we'll have God Bless America and the Color Guard. All the airplanes that we have, all these vintage warbirds that are going to be there, we're going to do a huge warbird flyby. So that's going to be pretty cool. We also have skydivers. We're going to have skydivers flying and dropping in. And we'll circle the jumpers with a famous Reno racer, Gene McNeely from Spruce Creek. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Lacey Martin, Flagler County's marketing media manager, says there will be food, vendors, flight demonstrations, and 30 aircraft on display.
This year, there's some really awesome aircraft that are going to be there. The Tico Bell C-47, the World War II aircraft, is going to be there. It actually flew in Normandy during D-Day. It's going to be so incredible. There's a T-6 Texan World War II plane that you can actually have flight time in. There's a Huey and a Cobra.
And you can roll up your sleeves and get the COVID-19 vaccine at Freedom Fest. Bob Snyder and Gretchen Smith with the Flagler Health Department will be on hand.
We're going to have both J&J and Pfizer. So, come out. You can do the one and done with J&J, or you can do Pfizer if you're ages 12 and older.
That's right. And we're going to have giveaways, too, to incentivize people to get their vaccine, rain gear, socks, and a $10 gift certificate to thank you for getting vaccinated. So please come out to see us. We'll have a first day tent there as well. Be out there all day with Freedom Fest.
Freedom Fest is free to attend with free parking at FPC, but parking on airport grounds costs $5. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office has launched Operation CARE ahead of the 4th of July weekend. John Arking has the story.
Starting today, the Crash Awareness and Reduction Effort, or CARE Patrol, will get underway, as Sheriff Rick Staley explains.
This July 4th weekend, we want everyone to be safe, whether it's on the roads or in the water or operating your boat. So we have launched Operation CARE with our partners in local law enforcement for strict enforcement of aggressive driving, speeding, boating under the influence, and driving under the influence. Don't lose your freedom by ending up at the Green Roof Inn. Let's all have a safe and happy 4th of July. celebrating our country.
Another goal for the holiday weekend is to reduce and prevent crime opportunities through proactive measures. The Sheriff's Office reminds residents and visitors to do some basic crime prevention strategies, including locking car doors and hiding personal valuables, being aware of your surroundings, and reporting any suspicious activity. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
What's it like to buy your first home?
Deborah Paradowski says it's not what you might think.
So if you go in and, you know, everything has to be perfect. I've been watching HGTV, House Hunters, and all of this, and I just want those granite countertops.
Paradowski is Flagler County's former housing program coordinator. She said that this potential home buyer is setting the standards way too high.
If you're a first-time home buyer, do not look for your dream home. Just because you may qualify for $200,000 mortgage, you've never experienced home ownership before. So all of the responsibilities that come with home ownership, you're not taking into account. Because at the end of the day, the mortgage company is only looking at certain expenses to determine if you qualify for a loan or not.
Right.
You know other back-end expenses that you may have that they're not considering.
Paradowski said that you should play Monopoly and realize that the first house is an entry point and that a homeowner should work their way up from there. You can hear interviews like this when you listen to the Flagler Voice. It's on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 8:30 or catch it on the podcast on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.